Well, hi folks, it has been a hot minute since I last made a video. Here I am. So just briefly before the video starts, I am making this on a mobile phone, so it's not as high quality as it normally is for me, and I also live in a high-rise flats in a built-up area next to an airport, so it's going to be a little bit noisy, and for that I apologise, but it's good to see you and I hope you enjoy the video. So folks, as the world around us slips into a summer evening, I'm going to sit here and dispel some of the foggy reputation that particular magical symbols have received in the past decade or so due to Hollywood and sensationalising paranormal YouTubers. Now, I won't lie, I do have a bit of a bug up the dinner exit about the misuse of magical symbols in movies and by paranormal YouTubers, but I can do them as videos for another time. But the main point here is to talk about the elements of the pentagram, and now magical symbols are found in both Western and Eastern magical practices, and they're used for both attraction and repelling of good and evil forces or influences. It depends on what you're using it for, and they're often carved onto talismans or charms or inscribed onto ritual spaces, temples and tombs. Some of those temples you'll be surprised at a bit later. But of course, one of the most well known of these magical symbols is the pentagram. Now, the pentagram has this image of it of being evil and that now because that's the way it's used in movies and such, but the symbol is actually shared by many cultures and magical practices as a symbol of protection, of wisdom, of justice and of man. And so even though the pentagram has become associated largely now with the Wiccan magical tradition and with Hollywood's movie depictions of the pentagram, in the late Middle Ages, the pentagram was in fact a symbol of the 5 wounds of Christ, and so you will find it depicted in many early churches, particularly here in Britain. There's quite a lot of them carved in deep recesses in a lot of our sort of way out churches. But the Church of Latter-day Saints also have a depiction of the pentagram on their churches. It's usually windows, and that is an image of the inverted pentagram, which we associate with black magic, but to the Latter-day Saints it was a symbol of the descension of Jesus from heaven to earth. And also around that time, to the common everyday folk, the pentagram was a symbol that was known as the witch's foot or the druid's foot, and it was used to ward off witches, magicians, demons, devils and evil spirits. The word pentagram itself derives from the Greek word for 5 lines. The symbol was sacred to the Pythagoreans, who were an ancient mystical philosophical cult who studied mathematics and the mystical elements of numbers. The Pythagoreans saw numbers as the fundamental source of the universe, and 5 is the number of man. It was thought to be an emblem of perfection, and it contains the golden ratio. It was the Pythagoreans who ascribed the 4 elements of earth, air, fire and water to the pentagram, with a 5th element, spirit, as being the uppermost point. The pentalpha, as it is also known, is a representation of triumph of the spirit over matter and an attainment of balance in spiritual and bodily being. They considered the symbol sacred to the goddess Hygeia, who is a daughter of the god of medicine, and so the pentagram, or pentad, is a symbol of health, and when it is in this aspect, is so named Hygeia. Okay folks, I will leave the video here for now because there's a lot of arriving flights coming in now, and so it's pretty constantly noisy, making it impossible to continue. So part 2 will be about the pentagram and the Kabbalah, and I will see you in that next video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you then. Bye bye.